some of the AI agent use cases. I talked about the use case of how AI control tower can help us. But now moving on to the AI agent use case. So first up, we have enterprise IT. Yeah. So we have, we can we can automate incident management. So as soon as a incident is created, our AI agent jumps into it, tries to understand, okay, what is this incident is? Is it related to any other incidents? If it is, what are the possible resolution that we can, provide to this particular incident itself only? And then it provides that incident response as a, I would say, suggestion to the person who is actually catering to it. If the person approves it, it will apply that to the incident itself only, and in fact update the incident as well. We have this use case today in our demo, so you can actually see it in action as well. Then we have, detect and prevent issues proactively. It can detect and prevent issues proactively by saying, okay, this is happening. We are seeing this configuration items stating this. We are seeing this particular log saying this. So AI can predict, okay, so if the CPU usage is going up and up for the past 10 days, it's now at 80%, and we are seeing from the configuration item, the server that we are using is at this level itself only. Probably chances are in next 1 week, it might break basis on the increase in the server utilization that we are seeing. Things like that it can do. Then it can, manage knowledge dynamically as well, where it, learns from the incident which has been resolved and make sure we have the updated knowledge about it in our knowledge base. So it can do that. Next up, we have risk and security, where it can respond to threats automatically. As soon as they are created, it jumps into them, understand, okay, what is the risk, why it's a risk. Okay, this particular thing should not be done from this particular person itself only, or this particular system should not be sending or accessing this data. So it can identify that, and it can notify what are the possible solutions for it. According to it, what are the next best action, and it can even take them as well if you configure it in that way. So that is how risk and security comes into the picture. Then we have human resources, as we kind of specified. Let's say we have hundreds of employees being onboarded within our company. We have a lot of things that we want to do with them. So you simply create a record. This particular person is joining our company, and then multiple AI agents can come in and pick it up. Like the HR agent will pick it up and create, okay, we need to start processing our onboarding checklist. We need to give him the access to this particular thing. We need to put him into this particular training. The IT might pick it up and say we need to provide the VPN access to this particular individual, and let's say some different AI agent might pick it up and say we need to make sure he has the he has the clarity of who is his reporting to, and what all things he needs to do on a first month basis, things like that. So AI agents can do all of that on its own, and then it can even handle the cases as well. Let's say if there are any new cases which are created, AI agents can simply pick them up, identify what the core problem is, what are the probable solutions for it. It can even bring the data from different platforms and see, okay, the person is saying I'm not able to access this. Let me bring in the logs. Let me bring in the permissions from this other platform itself only and verify. Okay, yeah, it definitely shows that he has the access, but log says he was not able to access it. What could be the reason? It can then deep dive into that and find the possible resolutions for it. So it can do things like that. Then we have CRM use cases, where it can streamline case resolution. It can deliver personalized responses as well. Not only it can resolve issues and provide what could be resolution, but it can write them in a way where it's more personalized. So so the customer feel like, okay, this particular company knows me, it knows who I am, what all things I have purchased, how long I have been their customer of, and now they are providing me the resolution for this. So things like that the AI agents can do. Then we have app development use cases, where we can accelerate the workflow creation with the AI writing the code for you with Now Assist. So that is something possible. It can even validate and troubleshoot logics as well, and it can support the DevOps cycles as well. Like if something is happening, if something has been deployed, it can simply take the data of the deployment, all the deployment notes, release notes, and it can push them somewhere. It can send the notifications on its own. So you don't have to do that. AI agents can do them for you, identifying what are the key things that I need to notify team A, what are the key things that I need to notify to team B. So instead of sending 100-line release notes, it is sending targeted release notes to each team. We have deployed these 3 things from the team that you have developed. For team B, you had developed these 10 things. These are deployed. Things like that it can do. Then we have finance and supply chain use cases where we can automate invoice processing. It can read the data from unstructured data and files itself only, identify, okay, the particular invoice that has been raised according to the PDF file is this much, and the amount is this much, and we need to do this with this, and it can take actions on it. So it can read the data from there. It can manage the procurement request, making sure we need these particular items, we need these particular products. Who can we get it from? Okay, there are 4 vendors available. Okay, out of those 4, which are the ones that we can actually get it from basis on the compliance and the SLAs that we have in place with the customer. So it can, reason with it. It can identify, okay, we can do this, but not this because it has a problem in it. And it can even, bring in somebody in the loop, bringing a person into the loop itself only, and making sure, can we do this according to our data? It is ambiguous. Can we do this or can we not? But can you help us out in that? So it can do things like that. So yeah, these are some of the use cases, that I wanted to kind of cover. There could be many more. There could be many more, you know, uh, departments that I haven't covered. There could be many more use cases in each of the department that I even haven't touched upon. But just to give you a highlight, just to give you a flavor of how it might look like from the AI agent perspective. So yeah.
I think from here we have to talk about the best practices to how to implement ServiceNow AI agents now into your business. So the first thing, or I would say the most easiest way to start, is to first of all identify the high impact activity that you are doing and try to integrate AI agents there. So the first thing is start with a targeted use case. Then from there you can move to using AI Agent Studio to customize it. So now you know what task you want to utilize AI agent for. Now additionally, you also have to tell AI agent the business goals that you have attached to it. From here you can move towards establishing the governance part. Again, Vijay had already talked so much about it. So basically what you have to do, you have to make sure that you're monitoring, managing, at the same time auditing AI agents on a regular basis. After that, when it comes on to the integration front, we have to somewhere make sure that the clean and very reliable data is moving from across systems, across channels, as well as across the different agents who are working together. So ensuring that clean data and system integrations are in place is also something that we need to look into. Next is monitoring the performance and reiterating whenever needed. So like we have to actively track the agent activity. So just creating agent, giving it a role logic is not enough. We have to track the performance of it as well. So we can track the agent's activity through dashboards, gathering feedback, and then accordingly refining their behavior. Next is involving cross-functional teams. So right now you have taken care of your one high productive task. Additionally, you can involve other teams as well, like IT, HR, finance, all of the use cases that Vijay told. You can actively involve them as well. After that, we have we prioritize security and compliance a lot, because with different industry needs, with different industry compliances, that is very much needed. So of course, you can define operational boundaries and implement approval flows wherever needed. So yeah, were some of the best practices that you can look into and make sure that you are not making as much as enthusiastic you are about utilizing AI agents into your business. In the longer run, it should be beneficial for you and not a loss making affair. That is why make sure that you are utilizing these best practices that we have just discussed.